Nancy Elise here at Bowman Library in our children's room with a whole new middle grade book spotlight. So, it is the start of our youth summer reading program for 2021. And for week 1, we are talking about Tales of Summer Adventures because our theme for this year is Tales and Tales. And I encourage you to head to hanleyregional.org/youth summer reading in order to find out more information about how you can sign up for summer reading, how you track what you read, badges you can earn, prizes you can win. All the information is right there, okay? So to kickstart week 1 of summer reading, again, we're taking a look at Tales of Summer Adventures. So the 6 books we're going to talk about are all books that take place during the summer months. And some are maybe your more traditional type of summer activities you think about, and others aren't, but they are going to inspire you to have some incredible summer adventures. So let's get started. Our first one is Here in the Real World by Sarah Pennypacker. So Ware prefers to daydream about nights in the Middle Ages instead of living in the real world. And he is so ready for this summer because he always gets to spend it with his grandmother, who allows him to be the person that he just really likes to be. Unfortunately, though, when his grandmother falls right before the start of summer and breaks her hip, he finds himself not being able to spend it with her, and instead his parents sign him up for what he calls the dreaded summer day camp, where he's going to be forced to interact with others and do activities that they find enjoyable, but he does not. So, when he gets to day camp for the first day, he kind of sneaks away and soon finds himself hiding out in this abandoned lot that's next door to the camp, and it's there where he meets this other girl named Jolene. They soon start to kind of become friends, and Jolene works on planting a garden in this abandoned lot, and Ware starts to create a castle with the abandoned church ruins that are there. When they find out, though, that the lot has been sold and it's going to be destroyed in order for houses to be built, they decide that they are going to need what they can do in order to save this safe space that they have created just for them. If you like to look at the world differently, you want to have something that will change what you think about others, make sure to check this one out. This is Here in the Real World. Sunny Side Up. So this is a part autobiographical graphic novel. It is 1976 and Sunny is not having the best start to her summer vacation. First, she was supposed to go on vacation with her best friend. That fell through. And then there's some family things going on, and her mom and dad decide to send her to go stay with her grandfather for the whole summer in Florida. And she thinks at first that sounds so incredibly exciting because she thinks about, like, when you think of Florida, she thinks about Disney World and she cannot wait to go. But when she gets to Florida, she quickly realizes it's not going to be Disney World. Her grandfather lives in a retirement community where there are no other kids to play with. She has to sleep on the squeaky sleeper sofa in the living room, and all they do is run errands and just sit around and not really do anything. But when Sunny meets a boy her age, she soon realizes that this time with her grandfather is not as bad as what she nearly thought it was. This is the first in a graphic novel series. You will want to check out the others as well when you check out this one, because you will want to know what happens to Sunny and this adventure she has as she realizes throughout the summer with her grandfather. This is Sunny Side Up. Any Day with You. So Kaya and her family live in California, and it's going to be a summer of incredible changes. Her older sister is going to be going away to college in a few months, and then her great-grandfather Tatang, who has lived with them for all of Kaya's life, he announces that he's going to move back home to the Philippines. Kaya is shocked, and she decides that she is going to make a movie with her 2 best friends, as she is really into movie makeup and she wants to enter this film they make into a local contest. And the reason why she wants to make this movie, because with her grandfather leaving, her great-grandfather, she wants to make it as a tribute to him. So after she goes through some ideas and actually talking to him, she learns that Tatang actually served for the United States military during World War II. But at the end of the war, he was not given the U.S. citizenship he was promised in return for his service, nor was he given the awards and medals that he earned. And Kaya decides she is going to do something about this. Filled with family, friendship, Filipino culture, and folklore, this book is a must-read and will leave you tearing up a little bit at the end, Any Day with You. Charlie Joe Jackson's Guide to Summer Vacation. So Charlie Joe Jackson finds himself trying to save his failing grades from the school year. So he agrees to go to this special gifted camp, and it's called Camp Read a Bookie. And the reason why he's going to go is because if he goes to this camp and he does everything that he needs to, he will get the extra credit needed to pass his year of school, so then he can move on to his next grade. But he decides he is not going to follow the expectations that are set for him, and he's going to try to do everything he can to get all the other campers there to follow along with him. And he wants to make it as uninterested to learn as possible. So there is some humor-filled experiences. It is, again, kind of laugh out loud funny. If you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or the Big Nate series, this is very similar to that format. You will be laughing right along with Charlie Joe Jackson as he tries to derail everyone's summer plans at this camp. Charlie Joe Jackson's Guide to Summer Vacation. A Clatter of Jars by Lisa Graff. So at Camp Atropos, it is a camp for talented children of the unusual sort. Not only do campers get to do the normal camp stuff, they are also supposed to learn how to hone and improve their talents, like talking to frogs or making things disappear, like those sorts of talents. But things are not exactly going as they have in the past, and there are some really weird things happening at camp this year. It is when Lily and her fellow campers from Cabin 8 discover that the camp director is trying to steal all of their talents and then sell them on the black market. It will be up to Lily and her friends to stop the director and to end this evil plan before all of their talents are used against the good in the world. If you like your summer camp adventures filled with magic, good versus evil, a little bit of fantasy, and some awesome friendship, then this one has it all, A Clatter of Jars. And our last one for this week is Have a Chance. So 12-year-old Lucy finds herself moving from Boston to the house on a lake in New Hampshire at the start of her summer. The first day she is there, she meets Nate, who is the grandson of her next-door neighbor, and they soon become fast friends, Nate showing her all around and showing her how to do things on the lake. And then when she meets Nate's grandmother, Lila, Lucy quickly realizes that there's something kind of off with Lila, and she learns that she's suffering from dementia, which is starting to cause her to forget her memories. Lucy wants to help Lila out, though. All Lila wants to do is to see the loons on the lake. So Lucy decides she wants to make this happen, and the only plan she can come up with is to buy a motorized raft. But then she needs the money for this motorized raft. So she decides to enter a photography contest that if she can win this contest, she will have the money to buy this. But this proves way more difficult than she ever could imagine, both personally and in her skill. If you like a good, realistic book that takes a look at family and friendship, then you are in for a treat with this one. This is Half a Chance. So these are just 6 of the books that we have here at the library that deal with summer adventures. So I encourage you to come on down, check one of these out, or we can help you find another one that maybe is more up your alley. So after watching this, make sure, again, to go check out our website, hanleyregional.org/youthsummerreading, because here's the deal. By watching this book talk, you just completed one of the activities for the Tales of Summer Adventure Reading badge, which will then lead to some awesome prizes. So sign up, make sure you check it off, and I hope you tune back next week when we have a whole new theme which ties into our summer reading.